And now more than ever, all eyes will be on Trump tomorrow in Milwaukee as he prepares to make an appearance at the Republican National Convention. 10 News reporter Olivia Daigle spoke to a security expert with years of experience protecting high-profile politicians and celebrities. Olivia, this expert says this event changes everything, involving security teams for politicians on both sides of the aisle.
Sam, Carl De La Guerra says it's easy to sit back and speculate how this happened, but he wants to remind us this is still an active investigation, and while something did fail from a security perspective, now teams across the nation are working to ensure better safety measures, especially ahead of the Republican National Convention tomorrow.
After these shots rang out,
take a look at what happened.
one security expert explains there's a shift nationwide in security.
NYPD was reinforcing security at Trump Tower. Law enforcement in Florida was increasing presence at residents, things like this, around the family.
Carl De La Guerra has decades of experience in security detail and says this incident was not a surprise.
It was more a matter of when than if. Threats come in on former presidents and current presidents on a daily basis.
As conspiracies fly and spectators point fingers on social media, De La Guerra wants to remind us the complexity of a security officer's job.
Everything that they do on a protective detail is going to be based primarily on two things. It's going to be based on threat. It's going to be based on environment.
He says things happen fast, but security moves are orchestrated by a team.
Not just one person is making a decision on. They're talking to a command post, a command center.
But he does have questions that can only be answered through further investigations.
Someone would have been in charge of that middle perimeter, that outer perimeter. It was a fail in that area.
Heading into the Republican National Convention, one thing is for certain: security will be tighter and more visible. East Tennessee Congressman and Delegate Chuck Fleischmann says new conversations about safety are already happening.
Prior to this, security was going to be 3 blocks out, a perimeter. Sure, it's going to be tightened.
Now, Olivia, this security expert gave you a glimpse into just how difficult it would be for Secret Service and law enforcement to manage an event like a rally for someone with such a high profile like former President Trump.
Right, and some things he mentioned he felt were interesting. This assassination attempt was unique because the alleged shooter was so far away. In other instances like this, we've seen it's happened from a closer distance. But he also talked about the several tiers of security. So Secret Service is in closer proximity to the former president, and then state and local law enforcement are often further out. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this investigation and how this was able to happen.
Absolutely, and as always, we'll continue to keep you updated with that. Thank you, Olivia.